What it is, man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
All right, man. Let's talk about Joel Casamayor. Was in the gym with Fight Hype, and they was talking about Ugas versus Errol Spence, and he says that Ugas should win that fight easily. You know, if he comes in if he comes in good condition versus Errol Spence, he should win that fight pretty easy, bro. And like I said before, man, he broken down, and you know, people were saying, we talked about it a little bit last night. People were saying that he supposed to say that because that's his countryman. And my thing is, the thing about that too, bro, is that shout out to Fight Hype, is that, you know, when people say things about Spence, you know, we don't say, oh, he's a fanboy. And I think if you watch the video, bro, he actually broke it down too, bro. He actually broke it down. He says that pretty much the game plan is the same as it is for Errol Spence. I mean, for as the Pacquiao fight, and he did, you know, he went through the motions and stuff of that nature. But I think he might be on to something too. And I think everybody kind of, even including myself, is underestimating or Yordenis Ugas. And looking, but check out the welterweight playlist, check out the boxing news playlist. Looking at what he said, he basically said that, you know, he answered some questions, bro. Like, Ben has some really good, you know, questions that, you know, the average fan would ask, you know, that just basic casual questions that, you know, if you didn't really dig deep into it, you know, but I'll get to that. But he says that he got into it about he talked about he said that, you know, it's the same game plan. He was showing him, like, right here, bro, he was actually translating. He said really it's loop around the guard with the lead hand, you know, against the southpaw. He said he gonna loop around the guard with the lead hand and go to the body. He said basically it's basically the same plan that Ugas did against Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? Hold your position, you know, and, you know, do the same thing. You know, the thing about that is too, the difference is, you know, I'm trying to find the difference is you fighting with a guy who in Pacquiao, he has to jump inside. So when he has to jump inside in his athleticism and he's inactive, that shot right there is easier to land. You know, that shot right here is easier to land. You know what I'm saying? And this is pretty much elementary for even, you know, Ugas would have fought a prime Pacquiao, he would have gave him problems, but it would have looked kind of, maybe depending on his chin. You know, he'd been down once. He had, you know, his nutrition wasn't all the way right. But that's the plan right there. That's the plan. You know, that right hand, you know, that right hand that he's throwing, you know, even if it ain't landing, that shot right there is to position him, to get him out of position and land that shot, or he gonna turn him to the ropes and make him reset. That's what he doing. That's the shot he talking about right here. Just that shot. You see how Ugas, you know, how he throws his punches. You know, it look like he's square. Like sometimes Ugas gets square. Look at that. That's not his lead hand. That's his backhand. And sometimes he gets square. And that's something that, you know, you gotta pay attention to. But, you know, the thing about Ugas, I wish I could show the video. The thing about Ugas is this is his range. Anywhere in that pocket area, and he's not really an outside fighter. And he knows that Pacquiao got the lunge in. You know what I'm saying? And he's probably just gonna weave to the side, get that hand around the guard, go down or go up or down. That's what he's gonna do. And that's kind of what Joel Casamayor was explaining. That's what he was explaining. It's the same game plan, but the difference is Pacquiao has to lunge, but to be honest, he don't have to lunge far. You look at most of these pictures, you know, Ugas is, you know, you can smell each other's breath. So the length really doesn't matter. Ugas, his issue with Spence is going to be getting on the inside. And I don't think he's going to have problems doing that, bro. I think he gonna be able to get on the inside. Spence is not as vicious as he once was. You know, he's not as vicious. But Ugas is gonna be right there, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Ugas is gonna be right there. If somebody went on the back foot, it'd be Spence. But Joel said Spence really ain't got no back foot game. People say, well, he boxed Pacquiao on the back foot. That's a smaller guy. Ugas, you know, concerned about Ugas' length. He said that's gonna be the game plan. Him, Luke coming around the guard, touching the body, working up and down. And Ben asked him, you know, would it be an issue with him and Spence, with him walking forward? Would he be planning to Spence's game plan? And he said, no. He said Ugas is not a long range fighter. He's a pocket to gray area pocket / inside fighter. He said it won't be no issue because he's comfortable there. And I definitely agree. You know, Ugas is very, even with Sean Porter, you know, fight that we think, or most people think he won. Even with Sean Porter, he had no issue getting on the inside with Sean Porter. Sean Porter's athleticism, in and out movement really didn't bother him. It bothered Spence a lot more than him. Ugas is a very, you can't really find guys like Ugas. I say that. Ugas is a counter puncher, pressure fighter. That's what he is. And he's a really good defensive fighter. When he get here, he's a really good fighter of rolling shots like that, picking them, stepping in. And Spence gonna fight something that he never fought before. Is a Cuban pressure counter puncher. And I think that's what he's saying. He said if his conditioning is good enough, because Spence steps it up in the later half of his fights. But Spence's last fight, he didn't versus Danny Garcia. He got tired beating on Danny Garcia. I mean, you go look at some of his other fights, he's starting to fade because of the weight, but he hired Declan Welch. So I expect him to be, I would expect him to be back to the conditioning that he should be in. From hiring Declan, and you know, he's really, really good. You know, Regis uses him and stuff of that nature. A lot of other guys use him. So yeah, you know, pretty much you say, you know, it could be an easy fight. And a lot of people you know, and like I said before, he got to get inside of Spence's snaps. Spence is a guy that keep you at the end of his shots. That's him. He keeps you at the end of his shots. Spence ain't, other than Sean Porter, Miles, other than Sean Porter, bro, Spence ain't fought nobody that get their head off the line like this, bro. I'm telling y'all. He ain't fought nobody to get his head off the line, bro. This guy gets his head off the line, bro. He crafty, he's slick, and who knows? He Spence might punish him. I expect that to eventually be the fight where Spence makes the adjustments and punish him. But if whoever moving backwards is going to be at a disadvantage. But if I had to say whoever could win backwards, I'm gonna go ahead and say Errol Spence. If somebody had to go backwards to win, it's Errol Spence. Ugas is a guy that's in your face. Like I said before, people say, well, Spence throws a lot of punches. You don't throw a lot of punches versus guys like Ugas. You don't throw a lot of punches versus him. You're gonna get countered. The more punches you waste, the more punches that don't land. It's good for Ugas. Ugas conserves energy. Ugas is in great condition because Ugas don't waste no energy, bro. Even when he in the pocket, it's either like if you push him back or the ref break, he resetting right back here. He doesn't waste energy. He don't do exaggerated head movement. It's subtle. People don't give him credit for defense because he crafty. He gonna pick you. He gonna slip it. He gonna step to the side. He probably pick that, step to the side, come around, probably go to that body. So like I said before, people think this a layup, which I thought it was a layup, but looking closer at it, bro. Like I said before, this ain't no Danny Garcia. This is a dude who gonna push past that fence line and make you pay. And Casamayor know what he talking about. It wasn't like he was just saying it; he was demonstrating. He right. Ugas conditioning got to be good. He don't waste no energy. But I like to see him step up his output a little bit more, just a tad. Just a tad. But Spence ain't been with nobody this strong. Now that welterweight, he been nobody this strong. So it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if Ugas, you know, it would surprise me if Ugas quit. That's the only thing that surprised me in this fight. I wouldn't be surprised if he knocked out Errol. Got eye injuries, you know, don't love the game no more. Errol could be in the gym all he wants to. If you don't live in between, if you don't live that lifestyle between the fights, down as you get older in your 30s, it don't matter. But he gonna show Spence some craftiness. Now Spence jab is immaculate that night, man, and Ugas can't get on the inside. Ugas just gonna get outclassed. That's the key, that jab. When you fight somebody that like to come on the inside, Ugas' number one thing is guys like Ugas and calculated IQ fighters, they're going to take that jab, take what you do best away. What he took away from Pacquiao was his ability to jump in, because he right in your face. How you going to jump in? When he do jump in, Pacquiao had to pay. He had to pay a toll fee. When he do jump in, bow, you got to pay for it. When I do close the distance, what can Pacquiao do? Nothing. Ain't nobody doing nothing with their legs, just, standing like that. Even the great Pacquiao in his prime can do nothing like that. So a lot of these dudes ain't fought somebody like Ugas who knows what to do on the inside, knows how to break you down. Like I said before, if he can take away Errol Spence's jab, he has his percentages jump up high to win that fight. If he don't, and Errol Spence able to jab him to the solar plex, the head, the chest, all that, and keeps Ugas gonna lose. But like I said before, it's an interesting fight, but Casamayor broke it down. He said the fight ain't that hard, bro, for him. And Ugas said he really good against Southpaw. So, like I said, you got a guy in Errol Spence who ain't fought since December 2020. What's been the theme of activity? If Thurman was in there with Terrence Crawford, Thurman was in there with Ugas, Thurman was in there with anybody that was half a threat, he lost that fight Saturday. That's a fact. Danny Jacobs just lost. Pacquiao just lost. So, like I said before, activity is key. You got to be active, bro. But I think it'd be a good fight. But Casamayor, he believed what he believed, and he demonstrated. You can find it on Fight Hype. He demonstrated it. But let me know what you girls and guys think. Check the welterweight playlist out. Check the Box News playlist out. Thumbs up the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button. Hit the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App, $CJ Good 313. Venmo, CJ Good 313. PayPal link description. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. Go live or drop a video. Let me know what you think in the comment section. One time for the one time. Peace.